interview.
Can't wait.
All
right. So this is Brent Porcia at TopVelocity.net, right? We're here with the core group that trained this summer here at Top Velocity. So I was gonna interview these guys to kind of talk about their experience this summer. We'll go through it. Everybody will introduce themselves. So we'll start down. Daniel, introduce yourself. Tell them where you play, even though.
My name is Daniel Pitfield, and I played at Spring Hill College.
Eric Mozica from New Jersey, and I play at St. Peter's University.
Josh Hainsinger from Wisconsin, and I played at Kankakee Community College.
CJ Gonzalez from Florida, and I play at Warner University.
Matt Adams from Mandeville, Louisiana. I play at Mandeville Junior High.
University. Junior high. Junior high. He will be at a university, right? He'll be at LSU. Okay. All right. Well, good. So the veterans here, I guess, because Daniel's local, would really be Daniel and Eric, right? So y'all talk a little bit about how this has evolved or how this came about. I guess Eric, you talk about it, I think, because you were the one who really kind of encouraged or requested if you could come train here for the summer. Talk about. Wasn't that you? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So talk about why you wanted to do that, and then what was your expectations, and then was it worth your time?
Yeah. Well, when it all started like 2 years ago, and I bought the program. You know, a little skeptical at first, so I just bought the program, started doing it. I liked it a lot, but it's a challenging program, so I decided to come to the camp. And then I came to the camp and learned a lot, but I just realized how much material is actually in this program, and how hard it is to grasp in those 3 days. So I grasped a great deal of it, but not as much as I would like to. And I still saw some velocity gains, but I just wanted more. So I contacted Brent again during my season, and I just asked him if it'd be okay. I was before last summer, and he was all for it. He was pretty excited about it. So then shortly after me, another kid, Jake McFarland, who was here this summer as well, he contacted Brent too. So we got an apartment, and then a couple more guys decided to come down, and we all just lived together. We trained out, and it just became a blast. Like just having a core group of guys that are in the same mindset that you are. Like you play on a team, and everyone likes baseball, but you don't all have the same mindset. Some kids do it for fun, some kids aren't motivated, and it's really easy to slack off when you're around those type of kids. And coming down here where everyone knows every day you're going to show up to the facility, you're going to work your butt off for 5 hours a day, it's just so much easier to just fall into that routine and keep doing it with these guys. And I think that's the main thing for me, why I love coming down here so much. And then just being around Brent like basically 24/7 and just being a sponge and soaking up everything that he knows and all the years of hard work he put into this program, which really pays off. And you can't really put a price tag on that type of information. That's just too valuable.
Awesome. Well, good. So, and then the first year? How many guys did we have? That was what? Two summers ago.
First summer we had about 4 guys come down and train, and basically every kid that trained down here came back, so we all just loved it. And then we wound up like tripling, almost quadrupling the amount of kids who wanted to come down. But this summer we had, at one point we had like 15, 20
Too
kids.
many kids.
Yeah, we actually had too many kids for this facility.
Yeah, I didn't do any of the housing. I just basically referred everyone to Eric because I don't want anything to do with the housing. You guys got to figure it out on your own. But so Eric and Jake got 2 apartments, and I told pretty much everyone who contacted Top Velocity looking to come down, I sent them to Eric. And then Eric, how many calls did y'all get?
About 100 calls.
It's crazy. Yeah. But it goes to show, out of those 100, maybe 25 came. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like the main reason why, guys, Brent doesn't get involved really with the housing is because it's a big commitment to come down here. You can ask these guys. They've been down here all summer. Like, there's days I wake up and I say, there is no shot I'm going to work out today. And I just lay in my bed for 4 hours and I say, well, all right, now I got to get up and go work out. And it's a struggle. And the reason why he doesn't help because he wants kids with that invested interest into this program to come down because it's very easy to slack off in this program. So if you're willing to put the time and effort in to find a place to live and find a source of income to support yourself and put all this effort into just living down here, then that's the hard part. Coming to work out is the easy part.
All right, well, we got Josh and CJ came in this year, kind of as the second generation, I guess. So, Josh, talk about your experience because you've been here. Tell them how long you've been here and what's it been like.
Been here since May 19th. I think the camp I went to was the 24th or 23rd. This is week 12, I think, for me. And I went through the whole program once, saw a lot of gains. I mean, I'm now going to go and do it somewhere else because, like Brent said, the first week I got here, he said it's addicting. I went to the camp and I was thinking, this is hard as can be. But now that I've been through it for 10 weeks, I'm addicted to it. And I've seen the gains and I want to keep seeing the gains. So
yeah, you seem like a totally different person. I mean, do you feel like it's changed you a lot?
Oh, yeah.
So what would you, like, tell the viewers what to expect? I mean, what from going through the camp to training down here, what did you learn? Like, what was the big picture?
I mean, I'd say for the first couple of 2-3 weeks, it's a lot to handle, and you got to come and just get as much as you can for the 4 or 5 hours that you're here, and don't go home and be frustrated and want to just quit because you just got to keep going. I mean, I still don't understand as much as I want to, but it's night and day how much I've learned, and if you just keep going day by day by day, you learn little things every day, and you start to just click after a while. And that's when you start to really see the gains and really start to enjoy it.
And it's really easy to quit because you see a lot of guys quit.
Oh yeah, some guys come for a week and they're like, yeah, I'll go home and do it, and they just went home and went back to hanging out with their friends and doing nothing. It's hard to do it by yourself. That's why this is such a great opportunity.
Yep. All right, CJ, so tell them about your experience and why you came down and what it's all turned out to be for you.
I came down for my camp in December in the past year. So what was that, 2012, December. And I met these guys. And I had the program, but I hadn't been doing it. I mean, I had been doing it, but I hadn't been doing it correctly. So I had to come get some one-on-one help with Brent. And I feel like I got a lot out of it, but I left knowing that I needed to come back and in order to see the gains that I wanted to see and my velocity go where it needed to be. I had to come back and train here, so I made good friends with Eric and Jake and a couple other guys that were down here in the winter and set up a spot and came down here about 3 days after Josh, so probably late May, early June. Been here ever since, training basically 2 to 6 at night every single day for the last however many weeks it is, 10 weeks, 11 weeks. And I got to go to Prague with these guys also in the middle of the summer, so that was fun.
So what's the difference of your experience doing this as opposed to you just doing what you've normally done all your career?
Well, I've always given. You can always give the effort that you're going to give. You're always going to give 100%, but then it comes to a point where if you're going to work beyond your limits and get the most out of what you got to get with someone that's gonna push you. So for me, that was Eric this summer. Me and Eric worked out every single day together, and we're sitting in the same kind of category strength-wise, and not necessarily velocity-wise, but it took a guy like Eric for me, almost to push Eric in the weight room this summer, and then for him to push me with mechanics and learning how to, take all the power and speed in my body and generate it into baseball. And so you need someone like that by your side to help, because when you're by yourself, you don't really have constructive feedback, and you can't really get as much out of it as you want to. And then at the same time, just like Eric was talking about, there's those days when it's always about week 3. I say, like, once I hit week 3, you get motivated for the first 2 weeks, and you can do it as much as you want, but you are going to hate it after week 3 because doing it all this time, your body is just going to hate you. So you literally just have to keep pushing. You just have to push through it.
So it's a big difference being somewhere like this as opposed to just doing what you normally have done in your career, maybe just being at home.
Yeah, no, because I mean, even at home, you tell yourself, all right, I'm going to do this every single day. I'm going to go through every single component of this program. Once again, it's like week 3. You find yourself, you're like, I'll do the conditioning later, or I'll throw tomorrow. I'll go to the gym on Friday,
really
or whatever.
It's the groups. It's these group of guys all in the same place as you, working for the same reasons, to the same stuff. That's what's priceless. That's what gives you this great experience that makes you better, and it makes you better than you would have been if you just tried to do it on your own.
Yeah, everyone basically just being sick and tired of not being as good as they want to be. Just saying I want to be better, and I got to do something about it. And that's the thing, most people don't want to do anything about it. They say it, but they don't want to do it.
So that's the other
Motivation too, pretty much, to get better too. Like
You have
being here
competition
with
every
everybody who's here, so it makes you want to push yourself even harder.
All right, so anyone speak up. Y'all, that's another cool thing about being down here. You get to see all these camps, kind of like the same camps you came into. So you get to see these camps coming in and out, these new guys, and then all of a sudden you get this pattern. You see this pattern of that athlete, that typical pitcher looking for help coming through here, and in a way, it's kind of eye-opening. I mean, a lot of what I've heard you guys say, just seeing a lot of these guys coming here. So what have you learned by watching all these new camps coming out, these same guys coming through here? Have you learned anything from just seeing that? Anyone?
Honestly, like, come down here to train, Brent gives you the opportunity to stay and help with the camps, and that was a lot of guys down here. They don't do it because they just worked out 5 days straight, so they're pretty beat. They go home, go to sleep. But I always try to be here as much as possible for camps, and that's where I really made my strides as a pitcher and really made my gains, because I can do it all I want, but I can say, oh, I got a triple extend, or I need to separate, but it really doesn't click until you see somebody else doing it wrong. To me, for me at least, until I saw someone else doing it wrong and said, hey, you're not triple extending before you land, or something that then when I said to him, I thought about my mechanics in my head. I'm like, you know what, I'm not doing that either. And that's honestly where I made my improvements, was watching these kids at the camp. That's why every camp Brent has, I'm here. Like, I'm in here 7 days a week, and I only need to be here 5, because I just want to soak up everything he has to teach these kids, and just trying to get better, because you can always get better. Just like coaches say, the best way to learn is to watch other people, see how they
Coach
do.
it.
Coach it yourself.
So, but it's also with these young kids, like, what do you see on that pattern I'm talking about? Like, we talk about, like, what's the biggest advice you can give to someone who hasn't been to a camp? Like, warning, look, don't be this guy that keeps coming through here. Don't be the guy who comes in here, well, I'm going to say one of them. Don't be the guy who comes in here having no idea what this program's all about, right?
Yeah. Do your research. Do your research. Look, like,
At least look at the site.
the camp is a good amount of money, but it's worth every dollar you spend. But even though that being said, it's still worth something. Like, you're still gonna have to pay for it. So research what you're gonna be investing into. Have a little idea of what you're about to buy and what you're about to learn when you come down here. So you can fully grasp the concepts before you get here. And just honestly, it's gonna be frustrating, and it's gonna be a lot different than whatever you learn. So
Mentally
you gotta,
and physically tough,
yeah, you're gonna have to keep an open mind the
time.
entire camp.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'd say don't come in with preconceived notions of what you are as a pitcher. Obviously, if you're trying to figure this stuff out, just like the rest of us, you're not that good in the first place. So give Brent a shot. Give Brent a shot, and just kind of tear down your walls and let him kind of rip in you for the 3 days, and then if you really decide, all right, this wasn't for me, like, that's your own choice, and you just paid all that money for nothing. But come in here willing to learn and understand that, like, there's a lot of stuff you're obviously not doing right to be a high velocity pitcher, and that's the reason why you're trying to do this program. Because so many people come in here and they say, oh, I'm weak, but I got really good mechanics, or I'm really strong, I just got really crappy mechanics, or my kid's a freak athlete and he broke his arm, or I tore Tommy John, and I got
Heard it all.
to get surgery.
Yeah, we've heard it
and
all.
I've heard everything.
Yeah,
My
we've
arm's
heard it all.
stiff. I got impingements. My back hurts. That's why I can't throw hard. It's like there's no reason to come if you just. You could have called Brent and tried to ask him about that, but you come down here, pay all that money for 3 days, so that Brent can teach you how to throw hard and to pitch. And so that's why I say give him that chance. Don't try and figure it out on your own.
Because it's a waste. It's a waste for those who come in here with these preconceived notions or, not open-minded. It's a waste for them.
Waste of everybody's time, not just yours.
Yeah, it's
Yours too.
It's a waste of everybody's time.
This
So,
entire summer, the best kids that we've seen come in here, I can think of like 2 or 3 off the top of my head. The best ones are the ones that come in. They might not be that good off the bat. They might not have high velocities even in the camp, but they're the ones they literally will ask you a question after every single throw, or mechanic asking, did I do this right? What am I doing here? How can I do this? Versus the kids that come in that actually have a decent amount of velocity, that think that they know what they're doing. The ones that don't, that humble themselves and ask for help, are always the ones that have the most success, because then they go through the program and they transform themselves into what is a high velocity pitcher, and they have the most success out of all of them, and they're the quickest compared to the guys that are so stubborn and don't want to fix anything.
and this is coming from a guy who's probably one of the bigger projects in here because
The biggest ever.
Big rubber band.
he has a low arm slot. He drags his arm. He's so upper body strong. He struggles getting this lower half involved. So this is coming from a guy whose learning curve, is gigantic. That's something he's trying to overcome at the very end of his career. So he gets it. He knows that if you don't just open yourself up to this, it just makes the road so much longer if you really are here to get better.
Yeah.
So those guys, because I'm sure that the guys are watching this, or guys who come to the camp watching this, they want to come down in the summer, because I'm going to send everybody to this video. So they want to come down in the summer. And you always say, Eric, we need to screen these guys, right?
Yeah.
So I want you
Can
to
I
lay down the
say-
requirements,
Yes.
all right? Lay down the requirements.
Here it comes.
This is serious right now. I'm not trying to be a dick, but this is serious. If you want to come down here and you have no college experience or no living on your own experience prior, you must know how to do laundry, clean up after yourself, take care of yourself, cook for yourself. I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom. I'm not your babysitter. I've had this 2 years in a row. I will not do it a third. Threw a kid out of the house this year because he didn't know how to do anything. He destroyed my house. You can ask him. I actually threw him out and put him into his house.
Knocked at our door with all of his bags and his hamper, and no idea what was going to happen if he was going to be here much longer.
And
Don't expect to come down here and eat fast food every meal, because that's not going to be good for the training that you're doing.
Don't
You had-
expect Brent to take care of you. Brent don't have anything to do with this. Brent's going to help you here, but you are living on your own. You literally are going to live on your own. Ask your parents about it. Ask them when you get into college, or figure it out when you're in college. You're going to eat. You're going to cook. You're going to clean. You're going to do laundry. You're going to shop for yourself. You're going to do everything on your own. You're not going to be baby.
Ask, ask yourself if you can survive on your own. 'Cause if you can't, don't rely on what your parents. We've had parents lie to us too and say that their kids can cook
Yeah.
and do laundry, and they have no idea what they're doing.
like, if it really comes down to it, I will take $30 a day to take care of your kid. $30 a day. I'll do his.
That's pretty cheap, dude.
I'll $30 a day. $30 a day. I'll do his laundry. I'll cook his food for him, and I'll drive him where he has to go. But I'm not paying for his food. He has to get his own food. I'll cook it. But what? Man, what's this?
You're screening, so you got to give your other requirements.
Oh, yeah.
So they got to be able
You have to pass a psychological test. I'm serious about this. It's not funny. I'm serious about this. You have to pass a psychological test. Yeah. If you're one of those kids who likes to experiment with drugs, don't even bother coming down here, because I've already thrown kids out of this facility. We don't do that down here. We want to have fun. We want to have a great time, but we're here to train. What else?
Don't stay up all night.
Yeah, don't stay. Yeah, if you're a night owl, get an apartment by yourself.
So then get your own apartment, because no one else is going to do it for you.
Yeah, and I'm not. You can contact me, but I'm not gonna. You can call me once. I might not pick up. You can ask them. I don't pick up a lot, but I'm not gonna pick up a lot, because keep calling me, keep contacting me, because I will put you in the apartment for the kids who show interest. Because I had 100 kids call me, and of the 100 kids call me, probably 30 of them call me back more than once. So
Yeah,
I want vested interest in it.
You can contact Eric.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to help you. I'll be more than happy to get an apartment for you. Anything.
I
you
don't
need
know.
help with.
CJ might be involved in this. Maybe you can contact CJ. I put on the forums a little thread that says, I think 3X Training, New Orleans. Post in there that you're looking for a place. We'll start a conversation and we'll figure things out. But give yourself enough time, right? Don't do this last minute.
Yeah. Make sure if you plan on it, start now. And just one more thing: don't ask stupid questions. Like, it's on the forum. If I answer someone on the forum, tell them how much it costs, how much it's going to cost for a month. Don't contact me again and ask me how much it's going to cost for a month. Like, don't ask stupid questions, because I'm just going to write you off.
Eric's not really into customer service.
Yeah, be honest. If you're not committed, don't do it. You will find yourself going home in a month because you're gonna hate it because you're not with mommy and daddy, and you don't like it because people are telling you that you suck at baseball and that you need to work harder and that you don't work hard enough. And
you can ask this kid is a huge example. Josh, he came down here and he was hurting. Living in Wisconsin, the heat was hurting him, and I gave him absolutely no leeway. I was mean. He was sitting on the fan. I'd turn the fan off.
I'm actually shocked he's sitting here right now.
Yeah, because he was actually committed to it. He was sitting there one day. I turned the fan off and I closed all the doors, and he just looked at me like he wanted to kill me. And I said,
Remember one day
I was just testing him. You know what? He was committed. He passed tests, and he's seen more than he could have hoped for on his games. And he's gonna keep going. He ain't gonna stop yet.
I remember I came in one day after conditioning and I tripped on the L screen and Jake caught me because I was about to faint, and he just put me in there, drank water for a little bit, I was fine.
You were about to faint?
Yeah, like Jake caught me and he thought I was dead.
I was laughing about it.
I'm laughing, sorry. It is hot. That's another one. Tell them how freaking hot it is.
If you come from the north, prepare yourself.
It is consistently over 100 degrees here, and this is a facility with no air conditioning and 2 fans that blow hot air.
I just want to
really baseball, right?
Yeah, I really want to stress this commitment part because we have kids who, they'll show up every day, but they do what they want or whatever, and I'll throw you out of the gym. Like I'm pretty sure that Brent's giving me permission that if I see you slack, I can throw you out of here. So
yes, Eric has permission. CJ, the upperclassmen here, have permission to throw you out of the gym.
Yeah, because Brent's gonna be here to basically supervise and help us, but he's not gonna be a little league coach. Yeah, he's not babysitting us. So it's pretty much up to us to handle each other. Like if you see someone slacking, kick him in the ass or kick him out.
If it's your parents' idea to want to come down here, just X out this video right now because you don't want it enough.
Yeah, if your parents showed you this video, don't even watch it because you're just wasting your time.
You're right. You've got to be the one wanting to come down here.
Oh, actually, no. I got one more thing.
And no coming down for a week.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you
gotta
come down for a week
6 weeks.
if you just want to see it, but don't say I'm committed. I'm coming down for a week. That's not a commitment.
And all right, you're on TopVelocity.net. You purchased the Top Velocity program. You're going to a Top Velocity camp. That's a requirement if you want to train here. So when you come here, you will be doing the Top Velocity program. We're not going to be doing the Kevin Royer squat 12 times 3 times 6 plus 5 minus 1. We're not going to be doing that program. Okay, we're not going to be doing what you want to do. We're doing the Top Velocity program. Okay, that is why you're here. That is why you're allowed to train down here. Don't bring any other program or any other stupid gadgets in here. You're going to be doing this program.
I laugh because it's true, and I'll let it go so far. But when it comes down to it, you're here to do the program. I can't help you any other way. If you're not doing the program, I'm not responsible for you, and ultimately I'd rather you not be in here. So, I mean, that is a serious note that you do come down here to commit to the program, and if you don't want to stick to it, then, I mean, you should be asking yourself, why am I down here?
My bad, K-Dog. I had a point.
And it comes back to actually knowing the program. If you don't know the program, don't do this. Please figure out, go at least through the program once.
16 weeks, yeah.
Do 16 weeks, do a level 2, Brent's coming out with level 3, do a level 3 if you can. Like, get you some experience.
We don't baby you really well here, do we?
No.
We don't baby you.
Ask
Well,
Hayden Sawyer.
survival
Ask Hayden
instincts.
Sawyer.
We're not good enough. We don't have the time for that.
Yeah, survival of the fittest. I'll help you all you want. Like, I'll sit there like CJ every day for about an hour. He annoyed the living hell out of me because I'd be drinking my protein shake, getting ready to work out, and he'd be like, "Hey, dude, come outside and watch me throw baseballs." And I didn't feel like doing it, but he made me do it every single day, and I had to sit there for about an hour every day watching him throw baseballs. And we're here to help, but you gotta ask for the help.
Yeah, and on the same note, Eric did ask me for the first month here, made me watch every single power clean he did, because that's how important it is to him. So we're all here to help each other get better at the same time.
But I'm not gonna
Sounds-
help you if you're wasting.
It sounds
my time.
mean, but we
Seriously,
sound mean,
true.
but we're committed, and that's what it takes.
We've kicked Mitchell Seawald out of here.
Yeah,
for his
LSU,
goofiness.
an LSU pitcher kicked out.
We don't care how good you are. If you don't take this seriously, it takes it down for other guys here taking it seriously. So we don't want you. So it's a good point. All right, well that's enough. Anybody else want to say one more thing? Last
Top
note.
V Nation, check us out working out tomorrow.
TVPs.
Reach out to these guys on Facebook. Y'all want to throw out your accounts or no? Easy
Well, why
ways for
not?
them to get in touch with
Eric
you.
Mozika, dude, just look me up. I'm the only Mozika in the world.
Okay, search Eric Mozika.
Oh, this one.
I don't have social networks.
Anybody want to give anything?
Oh, wait, hold up. All right.
You can reach out to Matt too. He's our youth representative here, right, Matt?
It's been great, especially with them on my ass the whole time.
No, you can say it, sorry.
Matt Adams, there he is, folks.
Tell them how they can contact you, all the young kids. You got
Facebook?
Instagram.
I got
Matt
Instagram.
Adams on Facebook.
Matt Adams.
On
Yes.
Instagram,
Matt Adams,
flexible.
yeah.
He'll take all the youth questions. Ask Matt.
I don't think I would have been able to do this without these guys pushing me.
And they're still pushing.
Oh yeah, they push me all the time.
Just if you're really serious about doing this, please have some base of knowledge and some base of strength before you come down here, because we're not gonna be able to help you if you don't have a decent amount of strength before you come here. So this kid came down here but weighed about 160 pounds and he could power clean 105 pounds. I'll be completely honest with you, like he could
Not a lot we can do with that.
have asked me every day what he was doing wrong with the drills, but I can't really help you until you
I
get
think the
closer,
better point is
until you get stronger.
if you don't have the strength, you can still come down here. Just don't wear these guys out with why am I not getting better. Just come down here and just be a sponge. I think you guys would be fine if the guy was struggling, if he was just constantly, asking for help and was really open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't be that guy who's like, how long is this gonna take? Am I getting better?
Yeah.
You don't ask that
Don't be that guy who Facebook messages me saying, "How many days do I have to train with Brent until I throw 90?" Don't be that guy.
You ask
I already
stupid
had one.
questions.
I already had one of those kids this time.
You get stupid answers. So.
Yeah, it falls into the stupid questions.
All right, so hopefully this little session gave you a good idea what to expect if you want to come down for the summer or the camps. Of course, the camps aren't going to be, you're not going to be involved in living in all that. We were talking about being down here, so it'll be a different experience with the camps. But if you are considering coming down here, really give this a good thought and listen to this video, and then show it to your parents and make sure they're cool with it, and then reach out to one of these guys who post on the forums. And we'll look forward to having you down here. All right, guys.
Wait, I got one more thing to say before you
Go ahead.
Yeah, guys, we're not trying to scare you. Like, we're just a blue collar bunch. So, we're just trying to really give you an honest view of the life down here as TVP.
Because you're going to get better.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I swear by it. I will put any amount of money on it. I haven't seen a single kid go through this program for 16 weeks and give it his all and not see a 5-10 mile increase. I actually see more kids get closer to a 10 mile an hour increase, and that's in 16 weeks. Even in just the summer down here, by giving it their all. I see it with these two already. Both of them went up close to 10 miles an hour this summer.
Yep. All right, cool.